an organization is to create the awareness and then educate girls and women about the condition. Because once you start menstruating, you are at risk of getting the condition. You don't need to have sex to get it. You don't need to do anything to get this condition. It is with women who are menstruating. So somebody as young as 13 years can get the disease, and someone as old as 49 years can also get the disease. You can give birth and still get the disease. So I'll let the doctor give you the details of the condition. Thank you very much. Research on this condition because it's mostly known in the Western world. And even in the Western world, it can take the person 10 to 17 years before they can diagnose this condition. And there was this misconception that African women don't get it. But now it's here with us. So I'll leave Dr. Jude Annan, who is a gynecologist with Omfanochi Teaching Hospital, to continue. Thank you.
Woman's doctor. Okay, so any condition that affects the lives of a woman is of importance to me. And one of the conditions that briefly I want to highlight this evening is a condition we call endometriosis. I don't know whether any of you has heard of that condition before. It's not surprising that you've not heard of it before because hardly do we talk about it. But it's known that if we count 10 women sitting here, 1 out of the 10 will have the condition. It's not a condition that you contract from somebody or from the air or from food or from any other thing. Once you are born a woman and you start having periods, you have a risk of suffering from this condition we call endometriosis. How is it seen in a woman? So a woman starts menstruating and every month she starts suffering from excruciating menstrual pain. So you are having your period, but it's so painful that it affects your quality of life. You even don't want to go out for people to know that you are having your period. You don't go to church, you avoid social activities. If you are in school, you may decide not to go for it because of the pain. And it requires very high doses of painkillers to be able to relieve you of the pain. You see, in our society, people think that, okay, so pain. But that is not the situation. If that is what is happening, then you need to make sure that you are seen by a gynecologist, assessed, and probably treatment started. Because as it gets worse, it can adversely affect you when it comes to the time you want to have children. It can affect where the eggs are produced. It can affect where the egg and the sperm are supposed to meet to form the baby. But apart from that, that is just a small portion of it. The most important thing is that if you have severe pain during menstruation, you need to make sure that a doctor sees, assesses you, and starts treatment accordingly. It may not only be reflecting on your periods. Some people, when even they are going to the toilet, they have severe pain. But endometriosis can also occur in your intestine. It can occur in your bladder. I have a woman right now, anytime she's having her period. Now, what happens is that, you see, in your womb, inside your womb, what is shed every month is what we call the endometrium. Now, sometimes some of these tissue within the lining of your womb exist at sites outside the lining of the womb. So it may occur on your bladder, it may occur on your intestine. Some will have it even in the lungs. So anytime you are having your period and the lining of your womb gets engorged with blood and you start bleeding, the tissues on those sides also start bleeding. And that is the reason why it causes so much pain. Because the blood, as it stays inside you, starts irritating the structures inside your tummy. And that is the reason why it starts causing so much pain. So basically what we want you to know is that we want you to be aware that it's a condition that exists. The very fact that we hardly talk about it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It does. Elsewhere, there are a lot of investigations that we do on these women that helps us manage them accordingly. But now in our society, these facilities are not existent. That is why this foundation wants to start raising the awareness among young girls, young women, women who are having children. That it's important that you are seen as soon as possible, assessed, and there is a lot of treatment and support available for you. So briefly, that is the topic we want to introduce to you. Endometriosis, it's there, it's a chronic condition, it causes severe pain, it affects the life of the woman, it brings problem between husband and wife, because, for example, when it comes to having sex, the woman is in so much pain that hardly does she even want the man come near her. And it's a cause of marital disharmony as well. So we want to establish that fact that there is help available. And this foundation is there to help you. We have a website, we have contacts, that you can easily contact us for the help and the support. If you suffer severe pain during menstruation or pain within your pelvis, which can be any time of your menstrual cycle, you can see us, we'll be ready to give you the necessary help that you need. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer your questions. Thanks. Thank you very much for your attention.
You can do fancy. So if you want to get to know more about it, you can call us on 0269 241531. And if you want to get in touch with the doctor, when you call me, I'll let you get in touch with him. So the number is 0269 31 earfgh.org. You can go there and also read more about the condition. We will leave some leaflets behind. We'll also bring more so that your women's commissioner can distribute them to you, and you can also read more about the condition. It is not something that we have to be shy about because it exists. I, for instance, I have been diagnosed. Talk about it. I never started my menstruation with pains, but along the way, I started having the pains, and it was very bad. I can stay out of work for 2-3 days. I cannot go anywhere because it's bad. I'll be throwing up, like vomiting. There will be so much pain. And before I got to know it, that was somewhere in 2012. So I started experiencing pain somewhere in 2005. And I got to know about it in 2012. It's about 7 years. So it means that the damage has already been done. But we are managing the condition. So don't be shy about it. If you have any issues, just call us and then we will let you get in touch with the gynecologist.